Navigation Information Kit absolutely free. 866-928-3310. The CFRN Emini Futures Cast is now on Stitcher. Listen to us on your iPhone, Android phones, BlackBerry, and WebOS phones. Stitcher is smart radio for your phone. Find it in your app store or at Stitcher.com. Stitcher Smart Radio, the smarter way to listen to radio.
Are you ready, Steve? Andy? Yeah! Bert? Well, all right, fellas. Let's go!
You're listening to CFRN, the Christian Financial Radio Network.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/CFRN. Over 85,000 titles. Choose from mystery, romance, religion, science, technology, business, New York Times bestsellers, even children's books. You name it, Audible has it. With 85,000 titles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect audiobook for yourself or to give as a gift, and it's absolutely free. Just point your browser to audibletrial.com/CFRN. That's audibletrial.com/CFRN. And become a part of the audiobook revolution by downloading your free audiobook today. audibletrial.com/CFRN.
Hey trader, want to get rich quick? Well, good luck with that. If on the other hand you actually want to learn how to trade, the place to be is www.cfrn.net. Tune in Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern for our daily devotional, and then spend the next 3 hours learning how it's done from professional traders who actually trade for a living. That's www.cfrn.net. Every trading day from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. CFRN, a community of believers who trade for a living.
Good afternoon, traders, and welcome back to the CFRN Emini Futures Cast. This is the daily broadcast of Indeterminate Length, where we discuss all things Emini, along with some really big ideas on the finer points of trading gold, bonds, crude, sugar, the euro, and even T-bills. Joining us today from our studios in Boston, Mr. Michael Borth. From our trading desk in Chicago, Mr. Burton Schlichter. Now, to get things started, let's go to our host and founder in Studio A, overlooking South Mountain, America's largest city park. Here's Dwayne.
Good afternoon. Welcome back. 2 days, you forget what all the buttons are. Hey. Yeah, you can hear it in my voice, but sorry I've been MIA for 2 days, but it happens, and I'm just thankful to be semi-upright today, at least long enough to bid you adieu, or hello. Welcome to the show. I won't make this long. I won't attempt that I'm superhuman and can make it long, but by golly, getting here today, that's a great start. And I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so glad you were here the last couple days when I wasn't. But welcome to the show. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're here for the very first time, a special CFRN welcome to you. We are glad to have you here. We're in our second decade of broadcast history. So grab your day planner, pencil us in for the next one, because our plan's to stick around. Now, we will move quickly today for reasons that probably I don't have to go into, but John will be joining us. I spoke with him earlier. We're going to jump over to Michael real quick and get a recap of what happened in the live trading room. As for the global markets, let's run through them real quick. Here in the U.S., the Dow currently down 50 points, NASDAQ down 4, S&P 500 down 3, and the Russell 2000, surprise to the upside, is actually up 9 points, which is a little better than half of 1%. In the commodity basket, crude oil down 57 cents, almost 1%, trading 61.07 last. Gold down $6.60, half of 1%, trading 13.11 last. In the Asian markets, the Nikkei closed down 343 points. That's roughly 1.5%. Shanghai was up 14, and the Hang Seng was up 199 points at the close, little better than half of 1%. Last but not least, the European markets, the FTSE down 56 points, it's 0.75%. The DAX down 245 points, 2%, and the CAC down 58 points, a little over 1%. So tough day for the European markets, and a red day here in the U.S. with the exception of the Russell, but not so terrible. The numbers aren't huge. They're single and double digits. Don't have any triple digits in there yet, but who knows by the time all these speeches and whatnot end where we'll be. Right now we'll jump over to Michael if he's ready.
I am here.
Are you? Okay. Yeah. If you want to jump in and do the recap.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be quick because not a lot happened today for me. The last 2 days I've been distracted by my ex. But anyway, I have the charts, and I think you can see.
Yeah, I can see your charts, so I'll hit mute and let you run through it.
Okay, here we go. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Thursday, March 1st, the first day of March. Now, first of all, let's say if you have not taken the free trial, all you have to do is go here to the home page at cfrn.net, and right here at the top where it says sign up for the CFRN live training room, 100% free trial, user indicators, learn our strategy, click here. Click there. When you click there, you will be brought to this page right here. All we ask for is your email, your first name, and how you found us. If you hit the submit button, you'll be sent a confirmation link. You must click on the confirmation link. Okay, if you don't click that confirmation link, we don't know that you took the free trial. Alright, spreadsheet. It's this one, I think. Okay, it's a new month. Today, the first day of March, we made 1 tick in crude, 2 ticks in gold, and 8 ticks on the ES. That gave us a gross profit of $130 a contract. $130 per contract. So today, it took 104 minutes and 7 trades to get to that $130 per contract. And yeah, and we took a total of 7 trades. I'm sorry, I was just looking. There's a guy parked out in the parking lot. On the month now, we're up, well, it's the first day, so we're up $130 a contract. On the year now, we are up $7,495. That's over 38 days, averaging averaging $197 a day. Okay, if you're going to read the spreadsheet, you got to read all the CFTC risk disclosures down at the bottom. All right. Now, let's get into what we did or didn't do. On gold, we had a couple of trade opportunities today. We had a couple that we missed, too. During the break, right in here, there was some nice movement. Right here, we had 2 or 3 trade opportunities on the long side there. And 1 on the short side right here that would have stopped you out. Okay. But what we did... Wow. Okay. We started out in here. We missed a shorting opportunity right there. Okay, then we grabbed a break even right there. Then it changed directions. It had to break this dynamic resistance, and then it started to just take off right here. And I don't know how I missed that or that, but there were 2 good trade opportunities right there. There were a couple over here that I missed. This was not a trade opportunity right here because he didn't have step 2. Step 2 is price pulls away from the BBC. Okay, we didn't have that this morning. Right there, anyway. But down here, there was a shorting opportunity right there and another follow-up one right there. We grabbed this one right here for 2 ticks, and that was pretty much the end of the morning session. It changed directions, and then there were those trades on the long side during the break there. And I'm trying to scroll over right now. I was having issues with my charts this morning, and that's why you're going to hear me say, and I missed that, and I missed that. I don't know what happened there, because like right now, my charts are frozen. But yeah, so that's what we had going on gold. Now, Jada's dad just pulled in, so he's probably going to come in here and see if I want something to eat. That's what he always does. His first thing is make sure I'm fed. Alright, here at 9:17, the pre-market, there was a bounce off the BBC, but it didn't continue the trend. Then here, there was a long opportunity that would have been a break-even. A short here, we could have picked up some profit. Then it got really choppy right there for like a minute. And then the slingshot was not giving us any opportunity until right here. It was a long opportunity there, continuation of that long opportunity there, a little bit more. Now those were all momentum trades over there, so your stops would have gone to break even quickly on them. We had to break dynamic support here, so there was a short right there that really didn't go anywhere. Another short over here, and let's see, a long there. Nothing there. We had to break this dynamic resistance, so there was a long there. Okay, and this is all during the break now. A long right there, a long right there, and that would have been going into the high of the day, so nothing there. And that was pretty much it on the euro. Okay, now we gotta wait for it to close. Again, my charts for some reason are freezing today. Yeah, so we didn't do anything on the euro. Okay, and on crude, right here we picked up 1 tick. We missed a short over here, and we picked up 1 tick right there. We were 1 tick away from getting the goal for the day right here. Right, but we had a break even there. Then it changed directions, and it had a beautiful long right there, and another one right there that I'm sure my charts are probably frozen on. A short right there, and a short right there that I missed. And a long right there. And a long right there. This is all during the break now. There was a long there, then a long there, then another long there. Then it changed directions during the break, and did not give anything. Maybe 1 momentum short right there. Okay, other than that, there was nothing. Okay, now the ES had some pretty good volatility today. Had a lot of sideways movement too, but it did have some pretty good volatility. And we'll scroll back, because the ES is where we made the goal for the day. Once it loads up here, there it is. Okay, Jada's dad is feeding the chicken before he feeds me. That's funny. I guess the chicken was there first. Alright, so we had a break even right here. After this big leg down, we didn't have a trade set up for that. I don't think, did we? Yeah, we did. We actually had a bounce off the BBC right here for that big leg down. But it would have been a break even had I taken it, because the way I managed my risk, I would have moved my stop to break even right here, and it would have stopped me out. Just a sec. Alright, so we ended up with a break even on that, and then it came right down to the zone, went through the zone, came back up through the zone. There was nothing we could do in here because we had dynamic resistance right here that had not been broken. Okay, and then by the time I got over here, the cycle was going down too steep. We had a shorting opportunity right there that I missed, and let's see. Nothing here. Right there was a momentum long. Then right here would have been pushing in new highs, so there was nothing there. Change directions again. There was a shorting opportunity right here. That would have been a break even. In here, there was a long right in there. Then you could have done. There was a short right here that we got a break even on. Another short right here that we took 8 ticks on. That's where we got the goal for the day. Then it had a higher swing, so it was trending. So you could have taken a long from right here. Okay, I know there's dynamic resistance right there, but the entry is below the MA1, so that is still okay. Okay, then it changed directions, and you had a short from right there. Another one right there. That was all during the break. Okay, wow, there was a lot of movement during the break here. It got really sideways right here, but then it started to trend again. Once it started trending again, you could have gone long from right there. And also right there. That would have been a momentum long trade. Probably would have been a break even. Okay, bounce off the BBC right there. It's getting kind of close to the zone though, so I might not have done that. Bounce off the BBC on the short side right there. Okay. And trade right there. Then it got really sideways, and you had nothing. And that was it. So there was a lot of opportunity using the 2 trade setups that we do in the live training. There was a lot of opportunity this morning. My charts kept freezing up on me, so I only took a few of them. But as I said, today is the first day of March 2018. We made 1 tick on crude, 2 ticks on gold, and 8 ticks on the ES. That puts us at plus $130 a contract. Today it took 104 minutes and 7 trades to get the goal. At that point, we're up $130 a contract. And we took a total of 7 trades. 7 trades. All right. So on the month, we're up 130. That's over 1 day. And on the year, we're up 7,495. That's over 38 days, averaging 197 per day. Okay. Now, if you have not taken a free trial with us, go here to the homepage at cfrn.net. And up at the top where it says sign up for the CFRN live training room, 100% free trials, user indicators on our strategy, click here. When you click there, you'll be brought to this page, where all we ask for is your email, your first name, and how you found us. Hit the submit button, and you'll be sent a confirmation link. You must click the confirmation link. Okay, if you don't click that confirmation link, well, you're not going to get a free trial, because we don't know you took the free trial until you click that confirmation link. Okay? Alright. That's it. With that, today I can pass it back out to Studio A, fabulous Phoenix, Arizona, overlooking South Mountain, America's largest city park. Dwayne, if you are ready. Okay. You're taking the charts?
I'm ready.
There you go. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's just a matter of which button you click first.
Okay.
There we go. Okie doke. Well, whoever's saying what, I don't know who's speaking now. Is it still Powell or?
No, it's Trump now. Yeah, it's Trump.
Is it? Okay. Because
yeah.
Markets just ran down this 2702/2703, which is this week's, all of these are this week's weekly trading zones. And considering the volatility that we've had, we seem to have found a range here. To the top, to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom, spike the top, and now we're back to the bottom again. Now the distance is 19 points. Yeah. From the top of the zone to the bottom of the zone, that's 19 down and 19 up and 19 down and 19 up and 19 down. It'd be easier if it was 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, so we'll call it 90, just because that's the travel that we've had in this range. And does that look like a bottoming formation? Does it look like the market could be basing here? If this continues to hold, then the answer is yeah. I mean, here's a low, And then here's a higher low, slightly higher. Let's see where this low comes in. And keep in mind, this is a 30-minute chart we're looking at. And here, this point that we're at right now with Bitcoin, from the top to that point, we pierced it on this red day. But remember, on this red day, part of the day it was green. That's why it's got a wick up there. And now, I mean, this is about as critical a point as you can be. So hold your breath, and we'll see if we can break that. If we break that trend line, good chance we'll dip back down to kiss it on the other side before the move takes off, if the move does. But we are over 10,000. Trading looks like 10,729.37. All right. And the recap of the recap, Mike.
Today it took 104 minutes and 7 trades to get to $130 per contract.
104 minutes, 7 trades.
Yes.
Outstanding. That's a fine day's work.
It is.
John here?
I'll go look. Hold on.
Yes, he is. John, welcome to the show.
Yes, he is.
Hello there. Boy, you missed a lot of drama in the last couple of days.
You know, I'm seeing that. I really am. Michael filled me in on it earlier.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's not over. The market's really put us through the ringer in the last 24 hours, actually, especially overnight. It was very dramatic. And it's really dangerous now. As a matter of fact, I put some tweets out about possible 2,000 point down day, on the heels of what we said before before this week, last week when we, if you remember what I said, I thought we'd rally better this week, and which we did. We had a great start on Monday, but it turned down. Remember, I did say watch Monday afternoon for signs of weakness, and unfortunately that started to happen, but not to any great. It was a little bit subtle. Didn't happen to. In fact, it was a difficult one because the VIXs, which I have also been saying to be ready to buy, close right on their lows, and 9 times out of 10, you really don't want to be buying that, when that happens. And of course, we had this overnight sell-off. Next thing you know, the VIXs gap higher. The next morning, about $1,000 higher, $10 higher. And basically, they've been going up ever since, from the high 30s. Never got down to the low 30s. It just peaked a few minutes ago here at 46.15. I actually think we're going to rally right now, just at this point. Again, we're going to have a rally attempt after it's not very good news when the Fed chairman finishes talking and the market sells off. And this is the whole problem. I think the market got kind of spooked ahead of time when he talked. Let me qualify what I just said. If we better rally from here, or we're in big trouble. And I think you were just saying the same thing on the S&P. And unfortunately, that's where we are right now. So I did actually say we remember I said last week we could be in for a more severe down move than the previous one, including the possibility of a multi-thousand point down day in the Dow. It could even be today. So this is a very bad start to the whole day, and it's getting worse. And the metals have been taking a bit of a beating too, although I think, look, we're probably within $10 of the lows on the metals. Maybe get down to 12.95, possibly at worst, maybe down 12.75, 11.75, possibly. The palladium is probably having a record down day today. It's down $62, which is terrible. We bought a little bit of a rally earlier on and resold it at 9.83, or just a little bit below that, and it's making new lows right now. The lumber is limit down 2 days in a row. So that's probably interim top on the lumber at 520. The grains, I did say that the grains are in a major bull market and they are going higher today. And at some point, there's going to be an inflection point on the gold and silver, because you got grains going the opposite way right now pretty strongly. We're already up to just hit 1066 on the beans a few minutes ago, and the soy, it's new contract highs. And the wheat just took off in the last 24 hours dramatically. It's over 500 right now, 509. The corn is up big. Great call from Mike when it went right at the bottom. Called it at around 350, somewhere in the low 350s, somewhere like 348. So 364 now, 384. Sorry, and the oats has just gone back after a pullback this morning. The oats is making higher. It's not the new highs yet, but it's doing pretty well. The coffee averted a test of the 118. We're 123 right now, 123 and a half actually. We're actually long with a stop at 123. And by the way, the cocoa is on fire too, as we've been saying for a while. The coffee goes above 124.25, could have a pretty big move, quickly, maybe up to 130, maybe even 140. Even and the orange juice, was down a bit and then popped up sharply yesterday, popped a little bit this morning after going down again. The other one to keep an eye on is the cotton. Could be giving a buy signal somewhere in the, say, around 81 and a half, somewhere like that, because with the grains being higher, the cotton might get some sympathy. And I noticed that rice started moving up as well. For the first time in a long time. So, we're in a kind of a multi-grain bull market right now that looks set to be much, much higher. And,
have you rolled soybeans forward to the K?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now the VIX is making new highs. It's just hit 646.45, so the situation is really very bad. The tech stocks are breaking down. The FANGs are breaking down. Everything's breaking down pretty much except for Twitter, which was up a little bit today. Twitter's actually looking quite bullish. It's hard to stay long. We got out of Maxim right at pretty much at the highs, and we would potentially take a shot at buying dips. But even Maxim's kind of been hit pretty hard since the highs, and it went ex-dividend as well, which didn't help.
What's the symbol on Maxim again?
MXIM.
MXIM. Okay.
Yeah. So look, actually, we're making new lows on the day, and not quite new lows on the day in the Nasdaq. So could at the best, if we hold here around the 6,800 level and try a rally, attempt a rally. I know the breadth is not too bad just yet, but the mid caps are actually positive, which is a good thing. So when that happens, you got to be ready. So maybe I'd take a shot at it here, but be ready to sell again. It might just rally here. It looks worse than it is actually, based on the breadth of the market. So we'll go for it here.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and the crude also got clobbered. But I think the crude it might be near the lows right here.
Yeah, it tried to turn around here. It made a very nice rally up to the 61.30, 61.40.
Right,
and then
exactly.
turned back down. Yeah. Little double top right there, 61.40. But it's still trying. It's still pushing back up from 61, for a second time in the last hour and a half.
Yeah.
The zone right there is 61, 61.05.
Yeah, look, the interesting thing is, it was a very, very severe opening for the gold stocks and the JNUG, which we anticipated. We were along the dust from yesterday. We actually sold the dust and the J dust right near the highs, and they actually are off the highs very, very dramatically right now. And the golds, which, to be honest with you, was like catching a falling knife. The golds are performing quite well, and I did say the lows might be in on the metals today, and you know what, they starting to look like they might be in. So we're 1304 about was a low, and we're at 1312 right now, which is quite impressive. If we go positive today, that would be very, very good. And the silver, for the first time, the silver is starting to outperform the gold. So I'm really actually quite encouraged by the way the metals are shaping up, that we're not out of the woods by any means. And the platinum, which, the platinum got hit again. Hello, I'll have to go for a minute. I better wrap it up.
Okay, John.
But listen, good to have you back.
All
Thanks
right.
very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, talk to you soon. Okay. All right, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Did you get that? Yeah, thanks very much for the invite. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Just putting this week's weekly trading zones on the crude chart. As you know, partners get the weekly trading zones at the beginning of the week, Monday morning, 6:15 a.m. Eastern, before Wall Street wakes up. And then I typically share them with the audience at large on Thursday. Now, those who are smart have learned that if they take note of those zones on Thursday, they are usable for the remainder of Thursday and Friday and Sunday night and sometimes Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, true story. All right, so what do we have above 60? I'll just put the ones that are meaningful right now. I won't labor to get them all on, but above 61.05, the next one up is 62.50. /55. So, off topic, who watches the TV show This Is Us? In the last 2 days of absolute whatever, I managed to watch 2 TV shows, and one was This Is Us. My wife came in and turned it on because she knows she thought it might cheer me up because I like it a lot. No, I got that wrong. It's supposed to be 62.50. 55. And the other one, last night, she came in and turned that on. Chicago PD. I know that Hank, he's sort of a rascal, but, you know. Richard says it's a great show. Melissa says she likes it. I watch This Is Us. Yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. I wish I could be half the husband, half the father that Jack was. I mean, my goodness. That's hard to live up to. But, hey guys, it all gives us something to shoot for. You know, a lot of comments. Isn't that show great? Great humanity. Yeah, it really is. I mean, it touches you on so many different levels, and it's, yeah. And having adopted children in my own home, that aspect of it really, you know, speaks to me. Just the whole thing, on all the various levels, from the relationship I had with my father, which wasn't much, to the relationship I have with my son, which is not what I want it to be. I want it to be better than it is. At least we live in the same house. Yeah, that's a start. So, And I don't think of him as my adopted son. I think of him simply as my son. And he's been in my life since he was born. And he's, gosh, in a couple of days he's going to turn 16. I don't know if the world's ready for him, but we'll see. I've been watching Billy Graham Crusades on TVN. Very good. You know, interesting to hear you say that, Jim. I know I've said this a lot, but I'll say it one last time. In memory of Billy, they used to preempt network television when I was a kid, prime time, major network, to show the Billy Graham Crusade, and I think it was either 2 or 3 nights consecutive. Now, that eats up a whole lot of, primetime TV, and I know the world we live in today wouldn't consider that. They would say, go get your own channel, which they probably would, but yeah, a different time we live in. And so they're showing a lot of them, Jim, on TBN. That's good to hear. Yeah, okay. Okay, guys, 62, 50, 55. Back to before I sidetrack this. Yeah, I mean, I could do a whole show just talking about This Is Us, which maybe isn't such a bad idea. As if I have time to do one more thing. Okay, so here's crude. It came down. It almost touched the lowest weekly trading zone, but it missed it. The swing low so far, it missed it so far. The swing low was 60.18, so it missed it by 8 ticks. So where we do often, get accustomed to price churning right at the zone, especially in times of high volatility, for it to spike it or not quite make it. That's why we always say zones are an area, just like fibs. Fibs draw an exact number on your chart, just as the zones do. But we know that we don't always get a complete 50%. Sometimes we undershoot it, sometimes we overshoot it. It's an area. Just always remember it's an area. So you need something else in there to kind of confirm and show you the way. Okay. Now, we haven't had any Concierge Trade Alerts since Monday night. There were none Tuesday, none Wednesday, but tonight, Thursday, there will be alerts tonight. I'll endeavor to get them out as early as possible. That being, hopefully, all goes well, about 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Markets reopen at 6. I'll try to get them out by 6:30 p.m. Eastern, if at all possible. Let's take a quick look through some of the other markets. Now, we already talked about the ES, where it's at. Okay, this is our lowest weekly zone this week for the S&P. We've been caught up in a range here since yesterday afternoon, early evening, from zone to zone to zone to zone to zone. Actually, here we went almost to the zone, then back down to the zone, and then up to the zone, and completed it. Yeah, a whole lot of gyrations there. If you break this down to a smaller time frame, you would just see all of the incredible back and forth channeling action that the S&P is so famous for. Now, you see we spiked and put in a lower low. Okay. But this magnetic pull of the zone, it's just trying to hang on to it. It's trying to. Well, look, hang on, we'll see. Hey, where's the Dow in the grand scheme of things? Well, it looks like the Dow has blown through our lowest weekly zone already. That's unusual for to see it happen on lowest weekly 24,575. Okay, let me retract that statement. You get rusty after a few days. 24,575. That was rusty before. 24,575. I can't do it. Let's try this one. Use the easy button on this one. or the simple button. There is no easy, right? 24, 5, 7, 0. No, 7, 5. I shouldn't have done that. I messed that all up. It was 570. Alright, that one should be 75. I'm not going to drag you through all this. I know what you're worried about. Don't worry. I'll get it right. Alright, 24,570. Yes. Everyone nodded. Yes, Dwayne. Oh, my hand-eye coordination. That hasn't recovered. Alright. Alright. And so we'll just do it the proper way. 24,575. And all of that was simply to establish this is the lowest weekly trading zone for the Dow. Now, above that, we've got 24,900 slash 905. 24,905. Ooh, had it for a minute. There we go. Okay. As we are at the next to the lowest weekly trading zone on the S&P, we are at the next to the lowest weekly trading zone on the Dow. Okay. Above us, after 24,905, 25,065. Slash 25,070. You rascal. There you go. Now, do keep in mind that these numbers go out Monday morning to the partners at 6:15 a.m. Eastern. And then they stay the same for the whole week. They're carved in stone. You don't change them, massage them, manipulate them, any of that stuff. So similar to what happened in the S&P, you know, didn't quite make it down. It's an area. Back up, back down, back up, back down, back up. And this happened in an hour, you know, all the way down, and then the next 30 minutes, these are 30-minute candles, all the way back up. And now we're back down, and this candle has 10 minutes left in the life of it. All right, above 65.70 on the Dow, we've got 25,205. 25,205. Hey, you got that one. Could have took the easy way. 25,205. There we go. Huh. An area. Man, that thing wanted to stretch up and touch it. Couldn't quite do it. That's a very volatile form of consolidation there, but consolidation it is. We closed and opened, reached in both directions, but the downside, gravity, took control. All right. So what are we up to? Next 25,400. 25,405. There it is. Sometimes they just slide into place. Okay, so we can see it held us some support there for a good bit, and then an area. It tried, and we got a higher high, then we got a higher high, and then it folded. But a lot of this has to be laid at the feet of the new Fed and the comments that he made, and perhaps being his first time out, his first rodeo, so to speak, maybe he didn't realize or recognize the power of his own words and his ability to move the markets. Going forward, that should do one of two things. That should either encourage him to rein it in, or he'll become power mad and say all kinds of crazy things to spin the markets in who knows what direction. And let's just hope he doesn't have any insider trading friends. You know, like congressmen or, yeah, senators, right? Okay. Not in America, right? Okay. So 400, 405. Above that, 25, 550. $25, 555. Not gonna do it. Bang. So, yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Now, is that the highest weekly zone? No, the highest weekly zone was way up at 25,845. I don't think the market's been there. Oh, maybe I'm wrong about that. One second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Joan says, you sound great, Dwayne. Glad to have you back. That was, amen. Thank you. Appreciate that, Joan. Well, that is good. All right, what did I say the highest zone was? 25,845. I don't think we made it up there. 845/850. And amazing, sometimes it just slides right in there. But why take the chance on this one? Okay. And those were put out the 25th. Sunday night Globex open. So we came close to the high zone. That's where we opened Sunday night. Worked our way up, almost hit the high zone, and then cratered. And now we're sitting pretty close to that lowest weekly zone. Okay, let me pull up my notes here. Now, if there's any other market that somebody specifically wants the zones for this week, tell me, and I'll go ahead and put them on. Otherwise, I'll try to have them on by the time we come on tomorrow. And otherwise, we'll go to our good word for the day. And I don't want to push it too hard. First day back. I could, though. I don't want to, though. Is there any one particular market that anybody's interested in that I haven't? Let's see, we covered the S&P. I think we covered crude. We covered the Dow. So it would be the Russell, I don't know, NQ gold. I think I did the gold while we had it up. And we overshot the lowest weekly zone on the gold. But when I last looked, we were trying to get back above it. See, 12.13 was the lowest we had this week for gold. So we'll see. Based on historical observance, by close of business tomorrow, Friday, we will be at 13.12 or above. 13.12 or above. Based on historical observance. Does that mean it has to happen? No. But chances are. We'll wait and see. Okay. We started talking the other day about sound financial advice. Yes, let's pick up where we left off. Proverbs 21:26, the godly love to give. You may have been in both places in your life over the course of your lifetime, in a place where you did not feel good about giving because you had to protect what you had, right? And then you may have gone through periods in your life where you gave out of the abundance of all that God provided, and you found that the more that you gave, the more that He provided. The level of financial blessing God will entrust to you depends on 3 questions. Number 1, are you mature enough to handle it? Number 2, are you hoping to reap but unwilling to sow? And number 3, are you a hoarder or a giver? God knows we can't all give the same amount. Jesus honored a widow for giving her last 2 coins, saying they gave a tiny part of their surplus, but she, poor as she is, has given everything she had to live on. Mark 12:44. On the other hand, businessman Barnabas sold a field he owned and brought the money and put it at the apostles' feet. Acts 4:37. The more God blesses you with, the more He holds you accountable for. Jesus said, much is required from those to whom much is given. Luke 12:48. At offering time, a pastor told his congregation to reach out and grab the wallet or purse of the person sitting in front of them. Now he said, open it up and give as much as you've always wanted to give, but felt you couldn't afford. The truth is, we're not all called to give equally, but we're all called to sacrifice equally. That levels the playing field. Isn't it interesting how you can go to dinner at the home of somebody who doesn't have a lot and leave feeling like royalty because of their hospitality? That's because the essence of generosity is self-sacrifice. God entrusts financial blessing to people who aren't controlled by the love of money. Remember, money's not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. And did you know that you could have the purest heart, the purest of intentions, and still be ensnared by the love of money. Look at how some of the biggest ministries in our time have been toppled for that very reason. Doesn't have to go that way. How can you tell when you're controlled by the love of money? Because instead of giving when God tells you to, you actually withhold. Understand this. When God impresses upon you to sow a seed, know that there's a harvest coming your way. Because God honors obedience more than sacrifice. So those who are obedient quickly find their way into the will of God for their life. I encourage you to do that today. Well said, Jim. Financial peace begins with the Prince of Peace. We all know who that is, Jesus Christ. All right, guys, I'm not going to push it too hard today. It's only been an hour, but it's been a good hour. I've enjoyed spending it with you. I did not see a request for an additional market, so we will put the rest of those. I'll try to have them up for you by the time the show starts tomorrow. If you really need them in the interim period, if you missed this or you're catching it on the podcast, then shoot me an email and I'll do my best to send them your way. All right? Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the well wishes. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Whoever you are, wherever you are, may God continue to richly bless you with His mercy and with His grace. And I'll see you at the bell.
Remember this, there is no greater return on investment than to see a human life changed and given hope. As always, pray hard and trade safe. Any financial information discussed on this show is simply the opinion of our host, Dwayne Reeves, his co-hosts, and guests. To learn more about trading Emini Futures or to take a 1-week free trial in our live trading room, call 1-866-928-3310. 866-928-3310. Information discussed on this radio program should not be construed as a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Always do your own due diligence and consult with a licensed securities broker or financial planner before making any investment decision.